Yo, what is up, boys? How's it going? And welcome back to another stream/video. Today we're reacting to Summer Anime 2023 in a nutshell, Gigguk's newest video. I've watched a few anime this season, but let's try to get some recommendations from this as well.
Oh hey, new season started. What's been going on? Wait, what the heck? New
Mushoku Tensei, grandfather of Isekai.
Mushoku Tensei? What the heck? Young Gojo? What?
Young Gojo. So is that just the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen? So I haven't watched that yet. Or is it just like a spin-off with the Young Gojo? I don't even know. Vending machine anime right here. I was gonna say Mushoku Tensei is one of those anime that it's like I really love it, the world, the characters so much. It just gotta push through the first 3 episodes of like pervy cringe.
The heck? I have no enemies? What the heck?
Wait, Vinland Saga still airing? No, it should be done, bro.
I have no bitches? Yes, the summer season is upon us, and while the rest of the world is out there enjoying the sun, I'm busy in Japan, bloody dying. So why not stay in with me and watch some summer anime? We got more isekai, more romance, more action, more Jujutsu Kaisen with young and sexy Gojo. Oh
Let's
god.
Go.
Oh no.
W.
I can already feel the entire female demographic now.
There is something I must tell you. I came.
Once again, there are so many anime to watch this season, so I appreciate any tool that can make my anime watching experience more convenient, which is why this video is sponsored by Opera GX. Opera GX is a new browser that might not be for everyone, but they're on a
Sorry, I shouldn't be saying that.
The full trailer.
What did I click?
Summer anime. By the power of this command spell, I order you. Shit yourself. New fate alert, everybody
What up, I love cats, how you doing?
calm down, new fate alert! Alright, before you start rolling your eyes, are you
Explain to me how this fate is connected to Gigguk, please.
telling me I shouldn't be excited about a new Balls to the Walls action-focused Fate with Daddy Gilgamesh? A hype soundtrack from Hiroyuki Sawano, written by the guy that did Bakuno? And it's set in America? Look at these idiots bringing magic to a gunfight. Yes, we have a holy grail war in the land of bang bang bang. And before you ask where it fits in the timeline, don't worry about it.
I already asked. I worry about it, Gigguk. How?
All you need to know is that it's Fate. A1 Pictures is at the absolute top of their game, and Gilgamesh is setting the tone with a little playful fight by...
Is it just me or does that not look that good? Like Fate-wise, like for animation quality.
nuking Nevada off the fucking map. The dog? The dog is a master? The dog summoned fucking Enkidu? How does the dog have better gacha luck than I do? In the sequel corner, we once again have a bunch of heavy hitters. Jujutsu Kaisen is back looking as good, if not even better than it
I need to watch that. We're probably gonna watch that like tomorrow on the K.
did before. It's a new director this time, but I am loving the different vibes that feel way more cinematic than it previously did. If the action can match up to season 1, this might be a new and improved Jujutsu Kaisen. And something Gojo is still doing sexy Gojo things.
W.
We got some Horimiya side stories, more Bungo Stray Dogs.
I need to catch up on Bungo Stray Dogs as well.
Masamune-kun's Revenge got
You guys already paid for me to watch it on Kick.
a second season? Huh? Nowhere in my crystal ball did I expect a trashy harem anime from 2017 that I thought only I remembered and enjoyed to get revived. Who greenlit this? Whose hand do I need to shake? The second part of Bleach's
Bleach is fucking killing it, dude.
1000-year Blood War arc is here after possibly the biggest glow-up I've seen in shonen history, but you know what else is back? Pink Isekai, baby!
Go.
Yeah, my boy is back! Yes, Rudius, you show them, kick some ass, that's my boy! Wait, is he crying to some girl's panties? Oh god, no, whose
Not again.
mans is this? Come get your mans, this ain't my man. Oh,
Yo, he's kinda yoked.
shit, did he just dispel a fucking blizzard? Yes, that's my boy, that's what I'm talking about. Oh no, he's praying to the panties now. Someone, please, for the love of God, come collect your man.
So maybe it's not that you have to push through the pervy jokes. Maybe you just gotta get desensitized to it. Because other than like the cringe start because he's in a child's body, I felt like everything else was going good and I thought it reduced. But maybe I just got desensitized.
Mans, whose mans is this?
私の一部を食えばよい。
食う？あなたを？
困らん部分を使う。涙、鼻水、汗、もしくは
My saliva. Yeah, that's what I meant to say too. Here's a dark horse of the season. A supernatural detective show featuring an immortal gothic lady who spends her days being smug and snarky and looking down on people despite just being a talking head in a cage. Wood. It's nice to see a real detective series that is engrossing. The banter is S tier, they found a way to make dialogue scenes dynamic and engaging without just ripping off Monogatari and actually finding their own vibe. This is one of the weirder ones this season, but it definitely has potential if you're in the mood for a good old detective story with a twist. Speaking of genre twist, we got level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero.
One Room Hero?
A Demon Lord revives from the dead to take revenge on the hero that defeated her, only to find out that he now looks like this. Yes, we have Rising of the Midlife Crisis in another world with my dad bod. Here's what happens when you think your arch
That's not a dad bod. Homie's pretty yoked. Look at those calves.
enemy was your typical isekai protagonist, when it turns out he was just your typical isekai fan.
He's a Chad dad. Who's this?
And now, for the next great hero of humanity. He just like me for real. There's records of Ragnarok if it radiated Sakamoto Desu energy.
That's Records of Ragnarok? What? Nani? I watched the new season of Records of Ragnarok, and it was Buddha versus Zuko.
This one's not shown its cards yet in these early episodes, but I've heard a lot of good things about the manga in
this. Not Records of Ragnarok. I'm so dumb.
This one. Not that I needed any convincing, because all you needed to say was, hey, tournament art. We got an anime with a lot of pretty boys in it.
Oh, I love these videos so
Yeah, he was just comparing. I'm dumb.
much. Where's the men kissing?
Reborn as a vending machine, now in Wonder of the Dungeons? Oh god, they really have run out of isekai ideas.
I kind of enjoyed it. Like, it was not that bad.
Wait, why is this actually kind of good? Alright, stick with me here. I went into this ready to clown this show into oblivion, but somehow this is a pretty comfy and well thought out anime that highlights Japan's vending machine culture. If you think this is a dumb idea with no demographic, tell that to the 1000th TikTok about a random Japanese vending machine with millions of views. This has way more thought and effort put into it than a show about a guy being reincarnated as a vending machine should. And with Radio singing the opening,
Dude, if the vending machine defeats the Demon Lord, I'm just done.
I will take this show any day over stuff like my unique skill makes me OP even at level 1. Alright, you know what? I need a quick toilet break, so I'm gonna let ChatGPT take over this one.
We've got a new isekai called
My unique skill makes me OP even at level 1.
about a dude called
Ryota.
who got transported to another world after he died by.
Being tired
But it turns out, even though he,
is level 1.
the guy is actually super overpowered because of his ability to.
Get good item drops. Okay, what's next? Oh, wait, I forgot to wash my hands.
We've got a new isekai called
The Great Cleric.
about a dude called
I watched a little bit of this.
Luciel.
who got transported to another world after he died by.
Gun.
But it turns out, even though he,
Is healer and the world hates healer.
the guy is actually super
Okay, perhaps I'm being a bit too harsh. You know what? I gotta think positive. Maybe the next isekai I watch will actually make me proud to be an isekai fan.
私に種付けしてください
Yeah, I'm done.
GG's.
Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the moment I finally hang up my fantasy anime boots. I don't think there's a show left that could possibly come to my rescue now. What is this? A Love Life spin-off set in a fantasy world that actually looks really decent? Is this where I start my descent into the Love Life rabbit hole? No!
Where you do it, bro.
You swore
Commit.
to destroy the Love Life fans, not join them!
Do it.
I shan't. I mustn't. No matter how good this looks. You hear me, Love Life fans? I see what you're doing, tempting me down the devil's path. You think me to be weak, but I shall remain strong. I shall remain strong. I won't be tempted.
Leave me alone!
The Masterful Cat is depressed again. Oh hey, it's me. I am Masterful Cat. The Masterful Cat is me. Okay, but seriously, what is a simple slice
Yeah,
of...
you gotta be careful putting anything berserk in your videos. I swear 1 second of audio has gotten me fucking copyright claim before. It drives me nuts. Okay, maybe not one, but more like 2 or 3. It was ridiculous. I'm like, I don't want, like, what am I supposed to do?
live show about an oversized cat becoming a house husband looks so extra. There must be a... Oh, it's you! Of course it's you! Yes, this is coming from Studio Gohans, the studio that made scenes like this. And this. Normally you can tell when they work on something because they'll have scenes I can only describe as the most technically...
Man, why can't isekai just not have OP protagonists? I mean, there's some anime I like with OP protagonists, like One Punch Man or Overly Cautious Hero. But at the end of the day, like, what happened to, like, started from the bottom, working your way up, grinding, You know, people just want that instant satisfaction. They want to watch something. Oh my God, he has no personality. He's amazing, and he has a smartphone in another world, and all the girls love him. Let's fucking go. It's like, it's so bad, but I guess there's a reason why it sells. You know, like what happened to the Kenichis, the Hajime no Ippos?
Impressive visual vomit I've ever seen, but it seems like they've dialed it back for this one. I think it's better for it. This is just
OB characters work in comedy, but if it's serious, I want to see struggle, adversity.
a comfy, innocent show that's actually as pretty as Gohan thinks it is in their head. Good on you guys for learning and finally showing some restraint.
Are you sure about that?
No, stop! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Fast as fuck, boy. Why are you running? Why are you running?
I think I'm gonna piss some people off with this. I didn't like this one. I can talk about Gohan's doing what I think is the animation equivalent of making your first PowerPoint presentation and using Star Wipe for every slide transition because you think it makes it look cool, but outside of a few shots, generally, this looks really good. Because even ignoring that, as a man with shitty eyesight, this pushed my suspension of disbelief beyond breaking point because, dear God, how does this girl constantly forget her glasses when she's that blind? Do you leave your house and forget that you can't see? Girl, please, learn to wear your contacts, look into LASIK, get on a Mr. Beast video. Because the only thing worse than your eyesight is how hard this guy is thirsting over you. Look, I get being obsessed with your crush, but my God. The main character simps so hard he's one date invoice away from turning into Kazuya from Rent-A-Girlfriend. Forget the title, The Girl I Liked Forgot Her Glasses. Might as well call this Legally Blind Girl Breathes Air and Causes Man to Have Panic Attack. Yes, it's the dreaming boy is a realist. And also a stalker. You know, as a guy, it can sometimes be hard to read a girl's heart. I mean, if you approach your crush and she tells you not to come near her anymore, she's just being tsundere, right? What is this? A restraining order? Classic tsundere behavior. This guy gets it. The most sane tsundere enjoyer. My tiny senpai? More like my tiny senpai ain't so tiny if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, fuck this show. Now before you get up at me calling me a Twitter warrior, I'm not angry about the character designs. I'm just angry when I finally see a rom-com not in school starring grown-ass adults in a workplace setting and they still act like middle school students. Yeah. Look, we all clown on Isekai for being the same, but tell me what the real difference between these two shows are. Do you prefer your gimmick to be having a legally blind waifu, or are you 6 foot and want your girl to have the true 5'11" experience? What's this? Well-animated non-CG dragons, griffins, no adventurer guilds, and a magic school? Finally, an anime fantasy world that doesn't just try to rip off Dungeons and Dragons. It just rips off Harry Potter. I like this one. We're finally getting a different fantasy world other than the same copy-paste world we've seen a million times before, with a bunch of students entering a magic school where 20% of students either die, get consumed by work, or go crazy. What is this, a fucking engineering degree? Yeah, okay, this is definitely just Hogwarts, but by adding sword battles, ninja clans, and Mother of God. Dummy Mommy Dumbledore. This is about the closest thing we've had to an actual anime Harry Potter without breaking any copyright infringement. Okay, now hold on there, mister. It looks like JC Staff have actually pulled out their A-team for this one because this looks way better than any show they've done in recent memory. This one's gonna need a little time to cook. It's a little rough around the edges at times, but I reckon it can turn into something decent if you look past some of the awkward exposition here and there. It's an art where you use a sword. Go play with the neighbors, kid, Mum says. You'll have fun, Mum says. Don't worry, she's just a normal kid, Mum says. I like dead people. Mom, what the fuck? Horror anime doesn't exactly have the best track record, even if it has high production values and good animation. So I
very rarely enjoy horror anime, but you know, I'm down to give one a chance.
Cautious going into an anime like Dark Gathering. Don't get me wrong, this looks well animated and has done a decent job at building up the unsettling tone of the supernatural stuff behind the scenes, but I'm not sure how scary it can be. I don't know if this is meant to be a horror or a comedy or both, but what I do know is that I'm not sure this cutesy art style will be able to sell me on the horror aspects of it. I'll give it a few more episodes, but either way, it'll probably be better than the Jinji Yucha anime we've gotten so far.
It's heading this way. There's a rope coming down towards me.
Probably. Huh. It's a show called My Happy Marriage. Maybe there's something in this I can try in my own marriage. Hey, Sydney? This is fine. Ah, nothing says happy wife, happy life like growing up with a shitty dad, an abusive stepmom, an abusive stepsister, and finding out you're having an arranged marriage with your fiance who tells you to kill yourself, lol. Sorry, what was that, girls?
I can fix him!
Yeah, I thought you'd say that. Honestly, this looks like it could be pretty good. I don't know if they're trying a bit too hard to make her shitty family Disney villain levels of cartoonishly evil, but it's just nice to have an adult shoujo romance. Kinema Citrus are also knocking it out the park with some gorgeous visuals and music that slaps harder than her stepmom. Too soon? Too soon. 2 episodes in, and I can already tell this is going to be one to get the tissues out for, and wait.
Dude, I'm starving.
Well, this was meant to be a period drama Cinderella story. Why are there ghosts, monsters, supernatural abilities, and a goddamn power system? What is this? Kimetsu no 90-Day Fiancé? Alright, next up we got Temple, an anime where a guy joins a temple. Actually, the show's called Tempuru. Alright, Mr. Nihongo Jozu, but that's just the kind of spelling of temple, right? It's almost like we have a reason to officially translate words and titles when bringing it overseas. God damn it. Honestly, this feels more like a mid-2000s harem anime than anything coming out nowadays. Man decides to live a monk life despite the father that left him and never came back. To be fair, he didn't leave for cigarettes this time. He just left for pussy. My man's out here trying to turn no bitches into a lifestyle choice, and the universe is testing him with impure desires of the flesh. Don't let my man be horny, he just wants to be happy. This is no representation of monk or temple life. This is season 1 of No Nut No Life. Holy crap, this is insane. I generally look forward to any anime where I previously
really enjoying Zom 100, boys. We just did a whole podcast on it.
Made a video of its manga, but even I didn't predict that Zom 100 would go this hard. For an entirely new studio, I feel the production team channeled—
What a beautiful scene. Like, it's only an anime and it's ridiculous, but what a beautiful scene where it's just like, homie hates his life so much. He's literally turning into a zombie. He's seeing in black and white. And then when he's being chased by zombies and realizes he's free from his life and his shackles and the job that he had that was exploitive, he finally sees in color. And like, he just smiles and is so happy about it, even though everyone in the world's dying. But it's still a beautiful scene, very artistic. I loved it.
Every single bit of hatred they had for previous companies into the passion of this opening episode. The inventive use of colors, the visual storytelling. My guy literally ripped the black bars off his screen to change the aspect ratio and introduce some color into his dead-end life. Every shot, every angle, every scene from this opening episode feels like an absolute masterclass. Not just from an animation standpoint, but a directing standpoint too. This is pure cinema at its finest. It is the most impressive opening 20 minutes I've seen all year. The anime isn't just living up to its potential, it's smashed right past it. But how does it fare as a zombie apocalypse story?
I just love that, like, it brought me in with zombies, but then I stayed for like watching this dude live his life and live every day to the fullest. And like, he really doesn't care about the zombies for the most part. He's like, I'm gonna go get beer. I want to wine and dine a flight attendant. You know? Is it realistic? No, but I do love it.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. If you think you're bored of zombie movies, then Zom 100 proves there can still be originality.
And I just love like the contrast of, how do I say this? It's like one scene you have this girl telling her, like, who just got bit, talking about like her dream, and like, she's super sweet and all these feelings and blah blah blah, super emotional. And then 2 seconds later, it's like you see his Chad friend like, I got the TV, let's fucking go.
Saturated genre and upbeat tale of a guy who's finally able to live his life to the fullest when the rest of the world is already dead. If you're sitting in your office chair right now, counting down the minutes you can finally leave your shift,
I will say I was annoying the entire first episode while we were reacting on Kick. I was like, bro, just fucking walk out the door. Just leave. If you don't like the job, just leave. I understand there's clearly something I don't understand about like Japanese culture. Maybe it'd be very, very hard to find another job after like abandoning your current one or quitting a job. But it's like, for me, it's like, I would rather work at McDonald's and barely make ends meet and fucking like be in debt than work a job where you're doing 15-hour, 20-hour days. Like whatever he's doing he's not living at all. Like there was obviously, it's anime, it's super, super extreme. But if that was a reality in anyone's situation, it's like just walk out, you know? Like pulling all-nighters, back to back to back, energy drinks, just going home, going straight to bed, waking up, going right to the office, sleeping in the office. It's like you're just working. If you don't like your job, don't do it.
This is the show that was personally made for you. It is a love letter for everyone stuck in a dead-end job grinding for a company they hate, where you feel your life is wasting away, and it's a wake-up call to do more for yourself. This is setting the standard for this summer, and I don't think there's going to be a higher quality piece of entertainment.
Don't get me wrong, there's a difference between working 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, you know, 6 days a week, 8 hours a day, or like 5 days a week and putting in that overtime every now and then, you know, or, you know, working a job that's a little bit exploitive and doing the craziness for like 2 years just to make a little bit extra money if you're getting paid well. But if you're not getting fucking paid well, just go somewhere else. But it's clearly just a disconnect. It's something I probably don't understand about Japanese culture.
I'm going to be getting this season. Alright.
But then again, also, like, he's young. I feel like people are just naive. I remember when I worked at Costco, they told me to shave my beard because I was handling food. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And I shaved my beard. But then later on, as I got a little bit more older and I realized we're just fucking two adults here, I told them at Costco at the time, I'm like I got a volleyball tournament in a month and I need the Saturday off. I gave them like a month and a half notice, a month and a couple weeks notice, whatever it was. And they still scheduled me on that day. And I went to my boss when I noticed I was on the schedule. I'm like, hey, I told you I had a volleyball tournament. And they're like, sorry, what's it called? We're just like, we don't have enough people. We had to put you in. There's no one that could cover you. You have to come in. I'm like, I'm not coming in. I gave you a month and a half notice. Figure it out. And it was just like man-to-man talking. Like, I'm like, at the end of the day, like, if you don't value me enough to just find one like replacement person, because he's fucking full of shit. Like, there's definitely, if he put in the effort and didn't forget, they could have given me the one day off, right? So I literally said, like, I'm not coming in. Figure it out. Hopefully, I still have a job when I get back. But worst case, I don't really care. Just man-to-man. And also, as I got older, I was hiring people at a company. I was doing interviews and stuff, and I had a really big beard. And my boss came up to me and he's like, "Hey, you gotta shave that beard off. It's not professional." And I'm like, honestly, yeah, I let it grow a little bit out of control. Like, I'll trim it down, I'll clean it up, but I don't want to shave it off. And he's like, "You gotta shave it." I'm like, "No, I'm not shaving it. I'll clean it up. I understand. Like, it's very scruffy, very crazy. It's not like super clean, and I have to wear a suit and tie to work, blah blah blah, for this job." I'm like, "But at the end of the day, like, I'm not shaving it. I'll clean it up." And he's like, he was trying to insisting I shave it. I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna do it." Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to do it. Like, this job doesn't mean that much to me. I'm a student in school. Just using the job to pay some bills.
I think that covers everything. I don't think I've missed anything notable.
If that's the breaking point where it's like, if I don't shave it, I lose my job, like, that, so be it.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that.
I feel like I would just do like the same thing for, how do I say this? I would just do the same thing if I was in a situation where I was working for an exploitive company and they're like, "You gotta work overtime." I'll be like, "Sure." And then they're like, "You gotta work overtime again." I'll be like, "Sure." And then they'll be like, "Yeah, you gotta work overtime for the rest of the week." I'll be like, "Yeah, no. I just work 2 14-hour shifts back to back." I'm like, I need it. I'll work the 8 hours and call it a day. So if you want to fire me for it, fire me for it. You have to stand up for yourself, you know?
Video. Thank you very much this month to Alpha Sigma, Author Curtis Eckstein, Basil, Dysfunctional Degenerate.
And you could point out, like, this is exploitative. It's a difference between doing it once, like, oh, it's accounting season, it's tax season, I'm an accountant, let me work this month extra hard, or this week extra hard. But if it's all year long, where it's just like crazy, it's like, stand up for yourself. I think this is unrealistic for you to ask me to do. I'm not going to do it. Hopefully that works with you. If not, see you in another life, brother.
Flabberwocky, Ivido, Levados, Misaka12315, Payne Patchett, Pony Stark, Watergeist VT, and everyone else on my Patreon for helping to support me for this month. Guys, if you didn't know, Trash Taste has released new merch, and you can see...
That looks pretty cool. Anyway, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed Shinpaku, and I'll see you all in the next one. Be sure to follow me on Kick. I'll be putting it in chat right now, because I do watch most of these anime on Kick and react to them. Alright, later.